Hi, we're Paul and Marie, and for the past 27 years, we've been on a quest.
Yes, a quest to go mortgage-free in our mid-50s.
We bought our first house, a doer-upper, back in 1998 and spent 5 years improving it. We got married and had a child before selling it. The house, not the child.
We lived in house number 2 for 15 years and raised our beautiful daughter Emily. We made some changes and really made it our home, but with our daughter growing up quickly and our business evolving, we really needed a bit more space.
Leaving that house with all of the happy memories we shared in it was tough. But we moved forward into house number 3. Again, making some improvements here and there and trying to modernise it a bit. The previous owners had even put on an extension and converted it into a 1950s style pub, and we may have had a few parties during our time there.
But after 5 years, with changes in the economic climate, our mortgage rate deal about to expire, and changes in people's buying habits affecting our business, we took the bold decision to bring our quest for going mortgage-free forward by a couple of years.
And so it began, the agonising 2-year wait, back in the summer of 2023. We went through the house like locusts, stripping it of any stock for our business, going through and condensing all of our personal items and decorating and cleaning the house within an inch of its life before finally listing it with an estate agent in April 2024.
So where are we at? Well, 15 house viewings later, 13 months later, yes, 13 months.
13 months, that's crazy.
Of pure hell, to be honest with you.
It was hell. Wasn't
Every time we had a viewing, like everyone else, you clean everything to an inch of its life, and then it's like, oh my goodness me, the bedroom was too small. And that's what we were dealing with, weren't we?
Sort of, you get a bit deflated, don't you?
Bit deflated, yes. But the only good thing that came out of it, hun, was that when we had a house viewing, most of them were in the morning, and we found the Wetherspoons breakfast. Woo! Woo! That was anything that kept our spirits going. Do that whole thing, wasn't it?
It was.
But yes, it was 13 months that it took to sell the house. We'd after 2 years, from when we started the whole process, we'd probably given up hope, hadn't we?
We had given up hope, yeah. I mean, it's just, what could you do? Like I said, you feel really deflated, and you try and move forward and you try and think positive, but yeah, you sort of lose all hope.
Yeah, and that's all we had really done all through the process, was have hope, and our hopes kept getting dashed, and we had got to the point in May 2025 when all hope was lost, really. We'd just given up, hadn't we?
We had given up, yeah.
We were like, well, what do we do now? The plan A was to sell the house, and it was going to unlock our future, and all our plans, and it was like, well, what do we do now? We we were proper down, weren't we? It was really a tough time for us to go through, and we had given up hope. We thought, oh, we might get jobs or something, I don't know. What do we do? What do we do now?
Yeah, that's it. And but then something
bank
happened.
Holiday, wasn't it? A bank holiday weekend
holiday in May.
We were at your dad's barbecue, weren't we?
We were, yes. And we had a viewing.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, that's all it was.
They're not going to be interested. Look how quick they've gone round.
Yep, and they made an offer.
Yeah, we couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it, could we?
Yeah, I know,
after all those viewings, they weren't messing about. They offered. We did do the little dance, didn't we? Try and get them up a bit.
Of course you do a little dance, don't you?
Got to do it, haven't you?
You've got to do a bit of haggling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got we met them at a price, and we were all happy.
Yeah, and it, bear in mind that's 2 years then had passed, and it was like, we just couldn't believe it, and we were in a bit of shock, weren't we? Because out of all the viewings we'd had, the 15 viewings, only 2 people had ever been proceedable. One person who thought the bedroom was too small, and then this person that had put the offer in. So
yeah, it's crazy. I remember a time back when they would only take people that were proceedable, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Estate agents, but now they just take anyone.
Such a tough time to sell a house, and I think the credit crisis and everything, and then we had the whole stamp duty issue where that reverted back, didn't it? And that meant everything was more expensive, so that was even more difficult.
Cost more money.
Yeah, so fun times.
Unfortunately, euphoria was closely followed by that sick feeling in the pit of your stomach, because now we had to find somewhere for the three of us to live.
This is where things got a little bit tricky, as for 2 years we had a plan in place of what type of house we were going to buy and what we were aiming to do to it. We are getting on a bit, so only really wanted to tackle things like knocking down a wall between the kitchen and the dining room. Nothing too major.
We had looked at hundreds of houses on Rightmove over the past 2 years, and one of us had become a little bit obsessed.
Yes, and one of us was looking at houses that we couldn't really afford.
And one of us thought derelict was a little bit beyond what we should actually be looking for.
We had a budget of up to £350,000 for a house, and a budget of £30,000 to renovate the house and turn it into a dream home.
Now, depending on where you live, this may sound like a lot of money, but we had a few requirements, essentials that we would not compromise on.
We wanted a detached house. The house would need renovating, which is quite noisy, and also we wanted to run our business from home, which can also be noisy at times.
We wanted parking for at least 3 cars. We have our beloved Ford Galax. Our daughter has a car, and we wanted the extra space for things like a skip or unloading or visitors.
Now this is where the tricky part came into play. About 3 years ago, we would regularly walk by a house and Marie would always comment about how pretty it was.
And in June 2024, whilst doing my daily trawl through Rightmove, I spotted this house up for sale. It was way over our budget at $425,000, so I stuck it in the save folder and carried on looking.
Marie also let me know when it got reduced to $410,000, $399,000, and then this year it got reduced to $375,000.
I couldn't believe it. It was still over budget, but it was gradually within our grasp. The only downside was the house was very tiny and didn't really fit with our original plan. This house needed a lot of work doing to modernise it, way more than we actually wanted to do.
We went for a viewing, and what followed can only really be described as the week of crying.
I'd fallen in love with the plot. There's no other way of saying it. It's such a pretty house with bags of potential, and I could really see us being happy there.
The size was the biggest issue. The plot was amazing, big and spacious, but the house was tiny.
Yes, and we left the viewing deciding not to go for it because the only thing you could do with it was extend it, and an extension was way beyond what we were planning to do. That's when the crying began.
Yes, but Marie isn't one to give up. So she started sketching out extension plans, and we went back and forth for a few days looking at how much it would cost to extend, and kept coming back with the same answer. We just wouldn't have enough money.
Now, most people would have given up and moved on by this stage, but the plot was hands down the best we had seen from what was available in this area, on the edge of the New Forest in the expensive south of England.
No matter what we did, we kept coming back to this house, and Marie was certain that we were destined to live here. But what do you think?
Yes, we'd love to hear from you, and we'd love you to join our channel. And we've set this channel up to build a sort of lovely community of like-minded people that like watching renovation channels.
Yes, and we love watching YouTube renovation channels, don't we? But
we do.
We are not full-time YouTube renovators.
No, we wish.
We wish, I know, that's the thing. No, we are self-employed and work full-time in our buying and selling business. But in our spare time, we like to make YouTube videos and love interacting with lovely, like-minded people. We have been making videos for our other YouTube channel, Ensden UK, for the past 3 years now. Hi and welcome. I'm Paul.
And I'm Marie.
And we are a UK reselling couple based in Hampshire. Let's go.
It's going to be picky. It's going to be one of them trips, is it?
It's going to be one of those trips, yeah. I'm going to be really annoying. She won't be calling me Han at the end of it, I'll tell you. Hi and welcome back to M's Den. We are Paul and Marie.
Ozzy Clark. That's someone...
You're thinking Oz Clark, are you?
Oh, I was. I was thinking I didn't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about Oz Clark.
I was thinking I didn't know he did clothing.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know Ozzy Clark, it turns out. I'm thinking about that bloke that drinks.
Yeah, the wine expert. Yes, this is going to be a realistic view, isn't it, of our renovation?
It is. It's going to be tackling how we live in the house, how we tackle each job, the frustrating side of renovating a house as well.
Yes.
We're going to cover all of it, hon, aren't we?
We are. We're going to cover the lot.
Yes, but back to the audience participation bit. We've shown you the house that I have fallen in love with. It was built in the 1950s. It has some lovely vintage aspects inside and out, but we haven't talked about what it would need to modernise it.
Well, we would definitely be biting off more than we can chew, and we'll be looking at things like installing dormer windows, a rear extension, building a double garage and redesigning the driveway are just a few of the jobs that would need completing, whilst also noting that we haven't got enough money in the budget to carry out all this type of work.
Yes, and are we crazy for even taking on this amount of work at our age?
Yeah, I know.
What are we thinking?
I know. We haven't even mentioned about the boiler.
No.
I know.
It's condemned. Of course it is.
Of course, yeah.
No hot water.
No hot water, no heating.
No, what a fun winter it's going to be for us.
Yeah. So there'll be scattered around electric heaters.
Yes, I think so. Huddling together to keep warm. What fun.
With all the faults that this house has, you've only got to look at the front of the house to see its charm and its potential.
But have we got our rose-tinted glasses on? Are we trying to take on a project that will be so time-consuming that we could still be working on it well into our retirement?
So what did we do next? Well, we took a brave pill and put in an offer of £325,000. Cheeky, we know, but you've got to try, haven't you?
We put in another offer of £335,000. Still a bit cheeky, but eventually offered £350,000, which got accepted. So this is where the real pain started.
Yes, if you're thinking of selling a house in a credit crisis, don't bother.
Don't do it.
Don't bother. It's just so difficult and it's so torturous.
Yeah.
It's just a terrible, terrible time. We've been self-employed for 24 years, haven't we? And every aspect of our life is controlled by us.
Yeah, yeah.
And suddenly everything was taken away, wasn't it?
We hate that. We hate that.
We're controlling people.
Yeah.
we want to be in control
We
of our
want to be
destiny,
in control.
don't we?
We like to know what we are doing, and
Yes, and even though our estate agents, they were amazing.
They were.
There was delays, and you'd have to wait for this and that, and answering questions, lots of delays.
I mean, any house move, you have the same sort of thing, don't you?
Yeah.
But it's just, of course, when you're going through it, everything's heightened, and you just want to, frustration after frustration.
There was only 4 in the chain, and everyone said, "Oh, that would be really quick."
Yeah.
Well, how do you for us, quick is about 4 weeks.
No, for me, it would be about 6 to 8 weeks. I'm thinking quick is, but
what it actually turned out to be was 14 weeks. 14 weeks
for 4 people in the chain. I mean,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
And what, two of the people or 3 of the people were cash buyers, weren't they?
Yeah. There was only over the whole chain. I think there was 1 mortgage.
Yeah, and that
involved.
was right at the start.
Yeah.
And that is where the issue lied towards the end of the process, because we got to week, I think, was it 11 or something like that? We were gearing up to move at the end of July, weren't we?
We were.
We'd spent the whole of July preparing for it. Everyone in the chain did.
Yep.
And then on the 21st of July, we had the phone call saying that it was not going to be possible. The person at the front of the chain had changed his mortgage deal. He found a better offer.
Better mortgage
cheeky
deal.
Devil.
And I mean that was a bit of a blow, wasn't it?
It was a blow to us because we'd spent most of July packing, And now we were 10 days before mortgage payment day with not enough money to pay the mortgage. That was fun, wasn't it, Han? Do you remember those 10 days?
That was very fun.
Remember all that swearing we did? So because we buy and sell for a living, we went into buying, selling overdrive, and we were selling everything we could.
Yeah.
So that was fun. So then a new date was set.
It's just we expected to be moving. That's
yes, we were devastated.
Everybody was talking about a date.
For like a month.
And that's
I went all high pitched then, Hans, because it's still a bit raw.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go on, carry on.
But we were so, you have it in your mind, don't you? And you got your plans, and our daughter was going to be staying behind for the summer holiday and helping us. That got ruined, so she went off to Wales to see her boyfriend. Yep. So, it just really disrupted all of our plans. And then we had a new date. But by then we were a little bit, is it going to happen?
Is it going to happen? Or is it going to change again?
Lost a bit of faith in the person at the beginning of the chain.
Yes, that's it.
And then a few days before the 15th of August, which was the new date set, wasn't it? We were informed that because the person had a mortgage already and then was taking out another mortgage, they needed to do a simultaneous exchange on the same day. Exchange and complete
on the same day.
What a plot twist.
Oh, we don't like that. We don't like that. We like a little bit of security. So having that exchange sort of a week or 2 weeks before, pretty much most of the time it will go through.
Yeah, I think this was like week 12 or 13. We found that out, and we were like, why didn't we know this at the beginning? The mortgage company would have known that, surely. Why didn't anyone tell us?
Yeah, we didn't know all of the ins and outs. It's just that's how it sort of filtered to us. Yeah. And it was very frustrating. And, we were going to be moving everything out and not knowing.
Yeah. Not knowing if it was all going to go through. So we'd lost a bit of faith at the start of the chain, didn't we?
We had.
And, what an absolutely awful time.
Yes. So with only 9 days before the agreed 15th of August date, we had no choice but to completely empty our house and stock from the garage and move into a storage unit without any guarantee that the house move was actually going to go through. That's everything from a 3-bedroomed house and over 550 items of stock from our business, along with shelving and packaging.
Now, for those of you that don't already know us, then you won't know that we are frugal people. Some may say tight, but we just didn't have the money to use a professional removals company, and to the complete dismay of our lovely neighbours, over the next 9 days, our amazing Ford Galax did 34 trips to a storage unit. We did 8 carloads with various family members, 2 trips to the tip, and when the 240-foot storage unit was full, we dumped our belongings in your dad's garage, your mum's shed, and my parents' van, house and garden. We are so lucky to have our parents still with us, and will never be able to thank them enough for all of the help and support they gave us at what was a very difficult time.
So now to the nitty-gritty. 14 weeks after receiving an offer for our house, what actually happened on the 15th of August 2025?
Well, after 9 days of loading the Ford Galax and cleaning everything to within an inch of its life, at 1:45 in the afternoon, we left an empty house and we walked around to all of the neighbours' houses and said goodbye. We are off, but we may be back, because at this point in the day we were still not sure.
Yes, and now we're heading to Marie's parents.
Yes, you almost had to carry me into the van, didn't you? Because my feet were so sore and swollen. I've been stood up for hours and hours and hours cleaning.
We were shattered.
We were literally going over to the parents for breakfast. Very kindly offered us breakfast, thinking we were going over at breakfast time. But no. We left that house at 1:45, so we got to them about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everyone was starving. We hadn't eaten. We'd been up since 5. It was one of the worst days we've ever been through.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
they were the closest, weren't they?
So they were. We were literally dumping everything off there, weren't we?
It was literally from the minute we got up, chuck stuff in the van, take it there.
Yeah, we've got nowhere else to put it. Sorry, it's going in your garden.
Just in their garden. I mean, it was very kind of them, and they were, obviously helped greatly with that. Yeah. But we sort of got to theirs and literally woofed breakfast down, which was lovely.
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. But we were just so broken, weren't we? It was such a tough time.
Yeah.
and we had a lovely coffee, and then we got a phone call, didn't we? At 2:30, we got a phone call. Now, bearing in mind that we thought we were going to hear something in the morning, so at this point we still didn't know how it was all going.
Yeah,
whether it was going to happen.
That's it.
We'd heard rumblings that something had started,
but
then it went quiet, didn't it?
It did go quiet for a long time,
like,
so we were a little bit worried. So yeah.
And it was the last thing that we put in because of how things had gone, the last thing that went in the van was the mattress. So that if we did need to go back, we would at least have something to sleep on.
Yeah, that's it.
So we really just didn't know, did we? 2:30 comes along and we get the phone call from our lovely solicitor, who was amazing.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
And what did he say? It's all
was it all done?
Exchanged and completed.
You're exchanged and completed.
We were like, what?
What? Excuse me? Pardon?
Are
you sure?
We couldn't quite believe it because we'd only just finished our breakfast.
Yeah.
And then we just sort of phoned family, didn't we? Phoned Emily first, spoke to your dad, and then we spoke to Mum, didn't we?
Yeah.
Your mum, and
spoke to everyone.
It was. We were then in a bit of a state of shock because we sort of thought, oh, that's it then. It's
done.
It's all happening. We couldn't believe it, could we?
We don't live there anymore.
We couldn't believe it. What have we done?
Well, it's, obviously these exchange and completes, they obviously do work. But it's, we I don't know, it's just a bit worrying, I think.
It was all very surreal because we're the type of people that we sort of, we're worriers.
Yes.
So we didn't really ever think it was going to go through. And because I loved the house so much, you sort of doubly think, well, that's not going to happen. So it was all a little bit of a shock, wasn't it?
It was.
So even though it almost killed us and brought us to the brink several times over, our quest to go mortgage-free after 27 years was finally over. Buying a house that we could renovate would also fulfil another long-term dream, as we'd always wanted a renovation project.
But I think now we should let our new friends give us their thoughts on the journey we have been through and their thoughts on the house we have chosen.
But before you leave us, we've harped on about our quest all through this video. But now let's give you a lovely shot of this house's gate and the name of the house, and then you can make your decision and let us know in the comments if you think that we were destined to move into this house.
So that's our story. If you want to follow us, well, please do follow us.
We'd love to see you over on our channel.
We would love it. And obviously, we'll do our best to show you everything that that we're going to do to the place.
It's going to be interesting. We've really bitten off more than we can chew. So we would love you to come over and have a good laugh at us.
Yeah, please. Yeah, have a good laugh. Please do subscribe, comment, and ding the notification bell.
Yes.
But yeah, so hopefully you'll enjoy what we've got coming up.
Yes, our next video will cover our first week in our new home. So you don't want to miss that.
You don't want to miss it. No, that's it. So, thank you very much for watching, and we do appreciate it if you've watched the whole video.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. And we'll see you again soon, hopefully.
Take care.